Hello, welcome back to the Sanitarium. We're doing the laboratory chapter, which I think is chapter 7. The game was point and click adventure, horror. It was originally done by an American Dreamforge Entertainment developers who don't exist anymore. But the game was recently ported to Steam by a French company called .emu. I don't understand that, as emu is a Australian word. So anyway, so Max is a mental patient who used to be a doctor. We know that Max was working on a cure for a disease, which is called hope, and the disease most likely affected Sarah, his sister, as much as it did many other children. This is Sarah. We know this because she's holding the same doll, but evidently this isn't possible as Sarah died ages ago. So we know we're not in a real asylum, but a mental representation of an asylum. Evidently Max is coming to grips with some very serious issues that happen. We don't know exactly what that is, but we will find out this chapter. So we're going to walk into Morgan's office here. Morgan is the head psychiatrist, the head doctor of this asylum. There's only two things to click on. So
a radio.
Click on the
Wonder
radio.
if I can get any news from the outside world.
Today the world mourns as children who successfully responded to the Hope drug begin to die.
Okay, so here we find out that the Hope drug was not successful. So that would be one thing that he's trying to come to grips with.
Stern-looking fellow? Where do I know him from?
Gonna go to a flashback now. Again, we see Max.
Impressive, isn't it?
Yes.
The artist really captured his strength in this pose. I'd introduce you to him, but he's, visiting my mother. She's been feeling run down lately, so my father thought it best that she get some rest at the clinic. I guess we should be going. We don't...
Jacob? I wasn't expecting you. I assumed with finals coming up next week that you'd be spending your time in the library. Instead, I find you here, wasting valuable time.
I've more than prepared for the finals, Father. You needn't be concerned. I'll do just fine.
You'll do just fine? Fine. Is that your goal? I thought I taught you better than that. Anyone can do fine. I don't want you to be just like every other student that medical school churns out. Remain focused on what is important, Jacob.
Yes, Father.
Keep seeing things.
Okay, so there we had Max standing with Jacob Morgan, and we saw Morgan's father. So evidently the two were a lot more closer.
Huh. A pipe valve. Strange thing to hide behind a painting.
Okay. So evidently Max and Morgan weren't just simply patient and doctor, but they were evidently colleagues. So if you come over to this area here, we need to power up the machine. And then just turn the wheel.
Well, let's see if that accomplished anything.
Now come over to this Give My Creation Life machine.
What a strange device. I wonder what it controls. It seems that the rotating electromagnet is linked to the stone weight, but what is the machine's purpose?
So here we have our first puzzle of the chapter. Basically we need to drop this ball down. All these are locks, which correspond to all the locks on here. You'll notice one of the ball bearings are missing though, and that's what's going to make it a little bit more difficult. The objective is, so you want to click this up, and we've spiked it, and all 3 locks have unlocked. So now what we want to do is click this 4 times on this side, and again click it, and then click it once. It's important that you always rotate it the same way, and repeat the same process. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the ball goes down.
Aha!
Okay. So now we're going to be given another cutscene just moments before the build-up of what happened before Max left.
Oh my god. It looks like a slaughterhouse.
Here, let me help you.
I'm such an idiot.
Patience is the key, Max. Never let the problem get the better of you. You know, I wasn't always this brilliant.
I don't believe you.
Oh, I used to botch my lab tests constantly, but I stuck with it and learned from my mistakes. You're my brightest student, Max, and you have the most potential out of all your classmates. Now come on, we still have a lot of work to do.
Feel dizzy.
So the plot thickens here. Now we find Max was actually a fellow doctor in this exact psychiatric ward, in this asylum. So if you come to this...
The local authorities are becoming increasingly suspicious of events here at the asylum. To ensure that my research continues unabated, I must rewrite the locking code for the back lab and move the subjects' bodies down to the crematorium before the sheriff arrives for an inspection. The chalkboards must also be washed clean, for they contain the encrypted codes.
Hey, Dr. Morgan, we looked everywhere, but we ain't been able to find them.
What? That's the 3rd time this week.
But I mean, maybe...
Spare me your insight. You're pathetic. A man cannot vanish into... Both of you, get this wretch out of here. He's too damn old for my purposes. As for our missing patient, I'll find him myself.
Yeah, but what about this stuff? Shouldn't we ought to clean up here? Before the inspection.
I'm aware of it. We'll take care of this mess after we find him.
Okay, so a couple of things. One, this is the back lab. He's moved all the test subjects behind here. Here's all the unsuccessful people that he's been butchering and trying up. What we do find out is that we're the patient that's been missing 3 times, and this is our 3rd escape. So it wasn't that we've escaped a few times now. We also find the code is on the chalkboards. So while I click on the chalkboards and while he's talking, the objective is to click on every capital letter, and that's where the code is hidden. So while that's doing, I'll be clicking and highlighting all the code.
I have a feeling there's a message hidden in this rambling mess.
I stand at a crossroads. Shall I venture forth to unravel the mysteries that lurk beneath the mundane flesh, or turn back in fear of what I may find? At times, I feel as though the weight of the world rests upon my weary shoulders. Lacking any sense of direction, I have blindly followed in the footsteps of those who walked before me. Valiant though my intentions may have been, I was powerless to stem the tide of insanity that washed against the shores of the asylum. Although conventional medicine has yielded a few encouraging results, I see no indication that an answer will be found using those methods. The time for conservative medicine has passed, and a new approach is necessary. Outside of the mainstream, with scalpel in hand and hope in my heart, I now prepare to tread upon the virgin soil of the mind. No longer bound by the archaic standards of traditional medicine, I feel reborn.
So this guy's trying to find something. He's going to use not traditional methods. He's going to use basically butchery. So that's the first one.
I have a feeling there's a message hidden in this rambling mess.
Experiments 1 and 2 were complete failures. Unexpected complications during my exploration into the brains of the test subjects regrettably cost them their lives. The loss of a few lives is negligible when compared to the benefits that a cure may bring. Obviously, I was in error when I thought the root of insanity grew from the brain itself. Housed elsewhere within the complex frame of the human body lies the key, but where? There are so many dark avenues to explore that I hardly know where to begin. Humbled by this daunting task, I need time to regroup before I renew my search for this elusive prey. Years of research have taught me to be patient, else all could be lost in a reckless pursuit for the solution.
Okay, so so he's not scared to kill people in order to try and benefit mankind. But it sounds as if he's trying to cure insanity. And basically he's cutting open up people's brains and whatnot to find a cure, maybe to this disease that's affecting the brains. And yeah, he's trying to find out where the disease is actually affecting areas.
I have a feeling there's a message hidden in this rambling mess.
I search in vain for the elusive solution to this, a most intriguing puzzle. Evading me the way a mouse does a cat, the source of insanity remains hidden from me. Darting from flesh to muscle, muscle to bone, and back again to the fortress of the mind, this evil seems always to maintain one step ahead of me. How can I trap what I cannot see? Surely I am close to the source by now. Eventually it must rest, and when it does, I will be there to ensnare this beast. Once removed from its host, I am confident that it will wither and die like the weed that it is. Knowing now how difficult it is to find this hidden monster, I am led to believe that the age of my test subjects may be a factor. Younger subjects tend to display less evidence of infection. The madness is so entrenched within the aged frames of my older subjects that it is nearly impossible to discern the sane tissue from the insane.
Okay, so he believes that the problem is the fact that he needs younger test subjects. Older test subjects, the disease is taking place too much. So now we have the code.
There's some kind of electronic security system on this door. Youth hides the key to salvation. Youth hides the key to salvation.
Breeding babies and destroying them.
My God! Huh?
This is not the first time we've been in this room. We were in this room before we tried to flee.
There you are. Been wandering again. You know you can't come in here. We've been through this before. If you ever want to get better, you have to let me help you. I know all this must be confusing to you, even frightening. But this work is going to help so many people. Sick people. People with no hope.
No!
Calm down. You're going to hurt yourself. Those straps can hold a man twice your strength.
We also know now that Morgan placed some sort of hideous drug inside us.
The only good bug is a dead one.
And now we're feeling the effects of that drug severely, whatever he put in us. We also have just found out that we're now playing the part of Max's favourite toy. So join me next time as things are starting to be placed in, things are starting to come together in a really strange and bizarre alien world. Until then, bye for now.